saddle on for at least 5 days now, so she has carried the saddle with no bucking or any incidents whatsoever. So what I'm doing is I'm just warming up her back. She has the bit in her mouth now. I've attached the lunge line to the bit, and I'm just adding a little tiny bit of upward pressure to see if I can get her to relax a little bit into her neck muscles and to let her let go of that sternomandibular muscle, which is in the front, underneath on the bottom portion of her neck. Okay, and I just have her stepping forward and moving forward. And what I'm going to do is we're going to film my first mounting onto this horse. And I'm going to show you the steps that I go through and when I know if I have a green light to get on and for it to be successful or if I have to wait. So again, we are on to about the 13th session. I don't usually take this long to get on a horse, but with this particular horse in general, she was extremely spooky. She wasn't ready to be ridden, and if I have that time, I always like to take that opportunity. So I always like to walk, trot, and canter. Well, that's pretty good. And again, I'm not doing this to wear her out. That is not any means by what I'm asking her to lunge around me for. I want to make sure that I start to get her body and I start to get her back. That's one of the main focuses, so I'm going to ask her to bump up to a canter. And I always like to teach them to canter and trot without me. Good girl, come back over here. That way they can start to balance and get their leads and all of that fun stuff without me on them. Okay, I'm going to bring her over here. I'm going to unhook her chin strap and release her reins. I'm going to grab my helmet as well because I always like to wear a helmet just in case on Umbros. I always want to be safe. Okay. And I'm going to go over again. The first thing that I did before is I just want her to understand contact means lower. Excellent. Just going to apply upward pressure until she responds by lowering her head. That is also a relaxation cue because every time the horse's head drops below its withers, their heart rate drops. I'm going to make sure my saddle's tight. But before I take a step or put any weight in that stirrup, I want to make sure that she walks off first. That's a common mistake made by a lot of people because their girth feels different. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to go through is I'm just going to shake the stirrups and make sure that she's okay with this portion of it. That the stirrups might hit her in her belly, that my foot might hit her in the belly. I want to make sure that she's okay with me if I accidentally kick her in the hind end as I'm getting on. I'm going to change sides. Whatever I do on one side, I want to make sure I do on the other side. And again, this is the portion where I don't tiptoe. I'm loud and clear. And I make sure that she's fully okay with this before I ever get up and put my weight in that saddle. And if I see flinching, then I'll just keep going back and forth. But again, you'll see me moving quick because this is where I speed up the process. Okay, it's kind of the whole scenario of it's time to put your big girl pants on and deal with things. Okay, so I'm gonna keep, this is important. When you're going to get on, you're gonna keep a hold of the rein and grab mane. Okay, I'm always gonna turn the stirrup towards me, put weight in it, and come to here. Okay, the reason that I'm doing that is if she decides to spook and bolts forward, I need to be able to bring her head towards me and kick the hindquarters away so I will not get kicked in the process. Okay, because sometimes the horses will shoot forward and they'll kick because they're scared. So just keep yourself safe. Don't make this so short though that she's turning her head and trying to move away from you. And don't hold your reins like this. Okay, always keep one side loose and one side with contact here. So again, I'm just going to go back and forth. Fairly quickly here. around on her. I'm putting weight on different portions of her body. Like I said, I always take my toe on purpose and bump her in the side with it. By the time I start standing up, I usually feel like it's okay to do so. And again, this is the point in the training where I'm going to make my decision to get on this horse when my foot is here. I'll never swing up when I'm standing up. Okay, so